In this video, we're going to walk you through how to register and attend a parole hearing. If you are a victim or survivor, or a family member of a victim survivor, and the perpetrator is going to be going to prison or is in prison, we strongly suggest you sign up to receive notification of their release, escape, death, or parole hearing. Just because your perpetrator may not currently be eligible for a parole hearing does not mean they never will be. Laws change all the time, and victims who believed their perpetrator would be spending the rest of their lives in prison are now finding out, because of change in the law, their perpetrator is eligible for release. You must request to receive these notices. It is not automatic. There's a process, and I'll explain that to you in a moment. If you have requested to be notified of upcoming parole hearings, the Board of Parole Hearings must send you a notice 90 days before the hearing is to be held. It's the law. But the law does not state that the Board of Parole Hearings has to make sure that you've received that notice. So it is very important that once you register, you keep your information updated with the Department of Corrections, Office of Victim and Survivor Rights and Services, and that you check the Department of Corrections inmate locator regularly to keep up on the status of the inmate's parole hearings. Now let's walk through the steps, start to finish, on how to register and participate to attend a parole hearing. First, you will need to fill out what is called a 1707 form with the Office of Victim and Survivor Rights and Services at the Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation. To attend a parole hearing, you must register your intent to attend. This is different from your initial registration to receive notices. This registration is letting the Board of Parole Hearings know you plan to attend the scheduled parole hearing. This must be done for every hearing, and it must be done in advance of the hearing. You can only notify the Office of Victim and Survivor Rights and Services of your intent to attend by phone, email, or using this link on their website. Make sure you reach out to the District Attorney's Office where the crime was committed to find out if they are going to send a representative from their office to the hearing. This will usually be a Deputy District Attorney. In some counties, they no longer send representatives, so it is a good idea to find out ahead of time if they will be attending. It is also nice to connect with the Deputy District Attorney before the hearing in case you have any questions for them, and to get acquainted. You should be able to get this information and connect by calling the District Attorney's Office Victim Witness Program. Then call ICANN. We can help support, assist, attend parole hearings with you. We work closely with many district attorneys' offices throughout the state, and so you may be referred to us through your DA office. If not, please call us directly. Before the hearing, ICANN can help you register for the hearing, provide you with information on what to expect at the hearing, any changes in the law that might affect the process, help you with your impact statement, provide emotional support leading up to the hearing, and order hearing transcripts and any other documents. You have the right to a copy of the administrative review decision for inmates who have gone through the review process. You also have a right to a copy of the petition application and decision for any petition to advance that the inmate may have filed with the parole board asking for an earlier hearing. Since most hearings are being held virtually, the day before the hearing, make sure that you have received the computer link and phone number to participate in the hearing. Connect with your support people and any representatives attending to make sure everyone has the info they need to participate. ICANN can assist with this as well. The day of the hearing, make sure you log on at least 15 minutes before the hearing is supposed to start. There always seems to be someone who ends up having some technical difficulty. Even the commissioners have had computer problems when logging on. So you want to leave enough time to address it if that happens. Be prepared. Parole hearings sometimes start late. Once the hearing starts, it could take a couple to several hours for the commissioners to speak with the inmate and make their assessment. As victims, survivors, and family members of victim survivors, during this time, you simply listen. You are not allowed to ask questions or say anything until the very end of the hearing when it is your turn to speak. The hearing will begin with everyone introducing themselves. Then the commissioners will go over the inmate's legal rights with them. Then the commissioners and the inmate will have a conversation. Once they are done, the DA may ask the commissioners some questions to help clarify something the inmate has said. And then the inmate's attorney might ask some questions as well. Finally, everyone gives closing statements, starting with the district attorney and ending with the inmate. After the inmate gives their statement, then it's your turn. Victims, survivors, and their family and representatives may speak. Victims must speak to the commissioners and not directly to the inmate. Once victim statements are over, then commissioners will take a break and make their decision. When they come back from the break, they will let everyone know the outcome. There is no additional discussion after they have read their decision. If the outcome of a hearing is a denial, it could be for 3, 5, 7, 10, or 15 years. Not many denials are for 7, 10, or 15 years. If the denial is for 3 years, 1 year from the hearing date, the Board of Parole Hearings will conduct what they call an administrative review of the inmate's file. If you are registered to be notified, then they should notify you that this process is taking place and provide you with an opportunity to send in a statement. Usually you have only 30 days from the date of the notice to send in comments. If the administrative review is approved, then the inmate's next hearing will be advanced and should be scheduled within 6 to 8 months from the date of the decision. You have a right to a copy of the administrative review decision, and you can request this through the Office of Victim and Survivor Rights and Services, or you can request through ICANN. The inmate may also petition to advance their hearing. This is an application that the inmate can file with the Board of Parole Hearings and must show a change in circumstance since their last hearing that would qualify them to have their parole hearing advanced to an earlier date. The change in circumstance can be any change, including completing a self-help class. If the petition is approved, the hearing will be advanced and may be scheduled from 6 to 8 months from the date of the decision. You have a right to a copy of the inmate's petition to advance application and any relevant additional documentation they submitted with their application. You also have the right to a copy of the decision. Again, you may request these through the Office of Victim and Survivor Rights and Services or through ICANN. If it is a grant of parole, this decision is not final and must go through a review process. The Board of Parole Hearings legal team has up to 120 days to review the inmate's file and the transcript from the hearing to make sure that all policies and laws were followed. Once the parole board reviews and finds no error in the law, they will send it to the governor's office. They have up to 30 calendar days to review the decision and for the governor to make a final decision. You may request a copy of the hearing transcript. It will take about 30 days after the hearing for it to be transcribed and available for distribution. So let's review the steps. First, register to receive notices and keep your information current with the Office of Victim and Survivor Rights and Services with the Department of Corrections. 2, register to attend the parole hearing once notice is received. 3, call your district attorney's office. And 4, call ICANN. 5, prepare for the hearing. Prepare your impact statement and request any documents you may need prior to the hearing. 6, the day before the hearing, make sure you have the computer link and phone number to attend the hearing. 7, on the day of the hearing, sign in 15 minutes early and wait for the hearing to begin. Remember, the hearing could take several hours, so pick a comfortable place to sit, and breaks are allowed if you need them. 8, during the hearing, remember you can turn off your video, and please make sure you are muted until you are asked to identify yourself at the beginning and when it's time to give your impact statement. 9, after the hearing, request a copy of the transcript and follow up with ICANN, the District Attorney's Office, or the Office for Victim and Survivor Rights and Services to find out what to do next. Now that you have a basic understanding of what to expect at a parole hearing, we hope that this information will be helpful to you, and please call us anytime. We're here to help.